Italtile's first half headline earnings per share climbed 22% to 21.4 cents a share. This as the group managed to increase sales in its bathware component by 24%. Revenue from the group-owned stores grew 23% to 946 million rand. Now, the tile and hardware retailer said that growth in the second half is sustainable, and it declared an interim dividend of 7 cents per share. Yonatan, let's begin by looking at that picture that you see on your wall. I'm seeing again one line that's sort of trending up right from the bottom and trending upwards. Does that suggest that this is a stock on the rise?
Well, look, I mean, this rising trend has been in effect for 3 years now, since the first quarter of 2009. All these wonderful numbers that did come out has been already reflected in the price. Where the price jumped, you can see this massive increase in price. I think that is around from the 420 to the 540 level. Now that these figures are out in the market, people are saying, well, there's nothing new that's going to excite us. Let's start looking to take our profits. But the one thing that I want to talk about is on these type of shares, which are highly illiquid stocks. So there's not much trade that is taking place, and it's very difficult to do a sound technical analysis study on something that can be easily manipulated by a big investor or a big fund manager. Particularly in this type of share. I don't even think that the share even traded today. I think it is flat at 5 Rand 10. So what I've done is just to show you some major levels and what one can be warned against. This first level, this very short-term trend line over here, the support level, sitting at the 5 Rand 10 level. So if it does break and close below that level, the probabilities lie in favor that it is going to test this bottom long support level, which is sitting at around the 450 level. So that's as much a technical analysis that I would like to do on this chart as it is something that I wouldn't like to delve in, as it is highly liquid.
Difficult stock to look at on the charts. Ron, let me come to you. Fundamentally though, this business is easy to understand, right? One product, and in a market where we know demand for the kind of products that they offer has been strong. But the line that caught my attention was that growth in the second half was sustainable. That suggests to me that it's sustainable versus the first half, where we saw a 22% increase in the first half sales.
Godfrey, let's just drill into the business model. Let's have a look at the three segments of the company. Top end, Italtile, with about 8 stores, which are owned by corporates. You saw that the profits and contribution from Italtile, higher margins, higher cost goods, higher selling prices. The areas which are really expanding and are very relevant to South Africa today are CTM, where you have about 65, 66 odd stores, and even lower than that middle segment market is a new concept called Top T, where they have 15 stores.
I saw that, yeah.
Again, your renovators, your bucky builders, away from the major metropolitan areas, in your rural areas, in your semi-rural areas, peri-urban areas and the like, is where we're seeing the growth. We spoke about increase in spending, change in demographics, and this is why I like this company as well. There, they have got, I think, 15 stores in Africa, slow, cautious expansion into Africa. And their buying power, Godfrey, in terms of supplying all of these stores, I think it's over 100 odd stores, franchise and corporates together. You have a massive increase in buying power. You have depth in range, and as well, when the Chinese market was flat on its back, I think about 6 or 8 months ago, and the rand was relatively strong. They sourced a big chunk of tiles from China.
They bought at the right time. They were able to call the rand, which is unusual. But at the same time, though, these are guys who we know, surely there has to be some kind of risk. What would be the risk in investing in this company? Very quickly.
The risk, as Yonatan said, a lack of liquidity. I think the Ravasotti family own a very, very, very big chunk. There's a lack of liquidity in the market. They did, I think, have a 10-for-1 split a number of years ago. Market cap about 5.3 odd billion.
So the market would like them to split shares again.
Stock for the future of South Africa. The focus also is now turning towards some of these undervalued stock, medium and smaller cap stocks, which are starting to show good value. Patience, as Yonatan said, I think, in terms of acquiring the stocks when lines come around. This is local is lekker share going ahead
Local
for
is
South Africa.
lekker,
In
Ron,
my-
and you're sounding like you're saying it is hot.
I
What's your
believe
call?
it's stock. It's hot. You've got to be patient. You've got to look to accumulate stock. I think the cycle is turning by higher bank lending. This is a stock you want to buy and you want to put away for a year, 2, 3 years.
This is a stock for the future. Yonatan?
Well, I think I've got to be honest with myself, and I don't know as much of fundamentals as Ron does. So this is a fundamental chart. I wouldn't be looking to invest it from a technical perspective. So again, get to understand the fundamentals. If you get to understand it and you believe in the stock, that it is the stock of the future and local is lekker, then go ahead. But again, wait, be patient, exercise patience, make sure that you accumulate that at the right levels without huge amounts of risk.